What if I told you that one of the most beloved children's books ever written was created because a publisher thought kids reading books was boring? Stick around to discover how Dr. Seuss turned 236 words into a reading revolution that changed childhood forever on March 10th, 1957. It's March 10th, 1957, and bookstores across America are receiving copies of a strange new children's book. The cover shows a tall cat in a red and white striped hat, grinning mischievously. The title? The Cat in the Hat. The author? A man named Dr. Seuss, who's about to change how children learn to read. But let's rewind to 1954. Ted Geisel, better known as Dr. Seuss, is already a successful children's book author. He's written Horton Hears a Who and other imaginative tales. But he's about to receive a challenge that will frustrate him, inspire him, and ultimately create magic. A textbook publisher sends him a list of 348 words. These are the words that educators believe first and second graders should know. The challenge? Write a book using only these words that kids will actually want to read. You see, in the 1950s, early reading books were mind-numbingly dull. See, spot, run. Run, spot, run. Page after page of simple sentences about perfectly behaved children doing perfectly boring things. Kids learn to read, sure, but they don't learn to love reading. Dr. Seuss looks at this list of 348 words and thinks, I can do better than see, spot, run. But here's the catch. Writing an exciting story with only basic words is incredibly hard. It's like trying to paint a masterpiece using only 3 colors. He struggles, and struggles, and struggles some more. Months go by. He's ready to give up. Then, according to legend, he decides he'll use the first 2 words on the list that rhyme. He scans the words, cat and hat. A cat in a hat. Okay, that's something. But what kind of cat? A well-behaved cat? No, that's boring. A magical cat? Maybe. A mischievous cat who turns a rainy day upside down? Now we're talking. Dr. Seuss creates a story about 2 children stuck inside on a rainy day. They're bored out of their minds. Their mother is gone. And then, boom, in walks the 6-foot-tall cat wearing a ridiculously tall striped hat. And he proceeds to trash their house while teaching them that fun and chaos can coexist. But here's the genius. Dr. Seuss doesn't just write a fun story. He makes it rhythmic, musical. The words bounce and dance. Kids don't just read it, they experience it. The sun did not shine. It was too wet to play. So we sat in the house all that cold, cold, wet day. You can feel the boredom in those words. You can hear the rain, and then the cat arrives, and suddenly everything changes. The book uses only 236 different words, not 348, just 236. And yet it tells a complete story with a beginning, middle, and end. It has a conflict. Should they let this crazy cat stay? It has tension. What will mother say when she gets home? It has resolution. The cat cleans up everything with his magical cleaning machine. When The Cat in the Hat was published on March 10th, 1957, it was an instant phenomenon. Kids love it, parents love it, teachers love it. It's funny, it's exciting, and most importantly, it makes reading feel like play instead of work. Within 3 years, the book sells nearly 1 million copies. That's astronomical for a children's book. But the impact goes beyond sales numbers. The Cat in the Hat proves that early readers don't have to be boring. You can have a limited vocabulary and unlimited imagination. You can follow rules and still break boundaries. You can teach and entertain at the same time. Schools start using it in classrooms. Libraries can't keep it on shelves. Parents read it so many times that they memorize it. And kids who struggled with C-spot run suddenly want to read because reading means entering a world where cats can balance everything on their heads and rainy days become adventures. The success of The Cat in the Hat leads to something even bigger. Dr. Seuss starts Beginner Books, a whole publishing imprint dedicated to making reading fun for young children. Green Eggs and Ham. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Hop on Pop. All these classics follow. Today, decades later, The Cat in the Hat has sold over 10 million copies. It's been translated into dozens of languages. It's inspired by TV shows, movies, and even theme park attractions. That mischievous cat in the striped hat has become an icon of childhood itself. On March 10, 1957, Dr. Seuss didn't just publish a book. He published a revolution wrapped in whimsy. He showed the world that limitations can spark creativity, that rules can fuel imagination, and that the best way to teach children is to delight them first. Think about the books that shaped your childhood, the story someone read to you before bed, the first book you read all by yourself. These weren't just entertainment. They were doorways to wonder. And here's something beautiful. You have stories like that too, stories only you can tell. What books did your parents read to you? What was the first story that made you fall in love with reading? Did you have a favorite bedtime ritual? A special place where you love to read? And if you're a parent or grandparent yourself, what books have you shared? What stories have become traditions in your family? What made-up tales did you tell when you ran out of books? These memories, these moments when imagination came alive, they're worth preserving. Your grandchildren will want to know what sparked your love of stories. They'll want to know what you read to their parents and what their parents read to them. Write it down. The books that mattered, the stories that stuck, the moments when words on a page became magic in your mind. Because just like Dr. Seuss showed us, the simplest words can create the most powerful memories. If you love discovering how creativity changed the world, join the History Sparks community. Subscribe and hit that bell, because every day we're celebrating the moments when imagination won.